Hello, welcome to a 5-minute and under Spider-Man guide. I'm going to walk you through everything. Costumes, Omega cards, specializations, enhanced potentials, badges, what cores you should be having, everything, skills, etc. for Spider-Man. If that's what you want to see, consider like and subscribing. Let's go into the video. We're going to talk costumes and badges first. Costumes. The costumes that are primarily important if you're looking at regional gear are going to be Sakaar, as it is the best set. It has attack percentage, dodge rate, and web shooter class. Web shooter class being the one you're going to use primary. You can also use Xanderth regional set if you're going to be working in the Spider Combat class. We are going to talk about the Spider Combat class more later when we get into specializations. You can also use the non-regional set, Noir, if you prefer to use a set that will allow you to have a bonus to the web shooter mastery skill. Keep in mind, this is the non-regional, so this is your free-to-play option. Okay. Now, costumes also have two more varieties. There is the Rise of the East. There's also the Savage, and I guess there's 3 varieties because there's also the Eye of Osiris. These are all pay-to-play type of costumes. The Savage one is okay if you have insane dodge rate badges. The Eye of Osiris one's the best costume in the game for Spider-Man, and the Rise of the East is actually quite trash. I can tell you I have the full outfit. It does web tech, which is not really what you want. That covers costumes. Let's move into badges, okay? For badges, what you're going to be looking for slots 1 and 2 is attack, critical damage, critical rate, and the accuracy rate stats. A really good example of a good core would be like one like this. 2 blue core positions, so that way I can put 2 dodge rate cores for a total of 10% dodge just in the core stats. The set bonus from the 105 Blitz is very good for Spider-Man and gave him a buff because it allows for dodge rate bonuses. You're looking for dodge rate core positions, so you're looking for blue. If you don't get blue, you're looking for red and green. That way you can get attack percentage, critical rate, critical damage, and defense, pierce, and more offensive stats. Remember, you're looking for offensive stats, not defensive ones, unless we're talking about 3 and 4. In that case, we're looking for dodge rate rows on the bonus stats, okay, as well as blue, green, and red cores. Now, on the positions 5 and 6, we're looking for cooldown increase rows with the same cores I've already mentioned. We're trying to avoid yellow badges. We're trying to avoid HP and HP recovery. These are not stats that we care about as much. We're looking for cooldown decreased stamina as well as ultimate gauge recovery when we're looking at those stats. When we're talking about actual stats as far as the costumes go, keep in mind it's pretty much the same thing. We're looking for attack, critical rate, critical damage, accuracy rate. We're not looking for guard damage. Accuracy rate is quite important, especially if you don't use an accuracy rate Omega card we will talk about in the future. We have 2 minutes left. We're going to move on. We've covered badges and cores. Skills. Skills are fairly simple. I use this setup right here myself. It is because I use the tech. So you can replace the tech if you would like with one move that you prefer. You can use the Spider Sense combat move because if we go into the Spider specializations here, we're going to be talking about specializations. There are 5 specializations, or actually 6 in particular, that are good on this hero. You have right here the Green Goblin. What it's going to allow you to do is do more damage while having less defense. You're going to have the Revive. This, when you die, you increase your dodge rate as well as revive with some HP. This works in PvP Dimension Duos. It's quite good. You also have the Spider Sense trait. I recommended this in the beginning when you're getting guard broke a lot and have no dodge rate. Increases your dodge rate when you are guard broken. It is no longer good at the higher end of the game. If you move on to Spider Sense Transcendence here, it increases max dodge rate by 12% at level 8, 15% at level 10. This will allow you to go the 90% dodge rate and is the most important active trait on Spider-Man. Moving down, you can use the Spider Combat trait, especially if you use the Xander set to increase your Spider Combat, or if you use multiple Spider Combat moves. When you use a Spider Combat move, this will increase the amount of dodge you have available to use, not dodge rate, but the actual dodge skill, the space bar, or the invulnerability frames. This can be very important for duos and PvP. If you look over here, we also have converting your dodge rate into damage. It's on the bottom left corner and is sort of that pink trait. I do use this one as well as the red one, which increases your total dodge in a combination to increase our damage. Damage is better than defense because increasing your total DPS will decrease the amount of time the enemy is alive, which decreases the damage you take, which is almost the same thing as increasing your amount of tanky stats as well. That's why we go with those traits, okay? Omega cards are pretty much the same thing. We're looking for damage. damage. We're looking for any card that has critical damage primaries, attack percentage primaries, as well as set bonuses with those things like critical damage. If you're free to play, set number 6 and set number 8 can be acquired very well with Spider-Man because they will give dodge rate as well as being easily acquired by killing bosses, as well as giving critical damage and critical rate. You can find the card sets here, set number 6 as well as set number 8 if you want to look into those cards further. Moving on, last but not least, we have the enhanced potential. I started by saving all of them till I got to level 40, maxing out dodge rate, then dodge rate, then dodge rate. After that, I went back, did attack, then I did HP and attack. Okay, after that, I started doing the status effect, accuracy, and all of that. That is your Spider-Man in a nutshell. You don't have to run this build. This is what I am running. It's been working very well for me. These are the stats you're going to see. I have accuracy rate at 136. You can run the accuracy Omega card if you have bad accuracy rate in order to hit other Spider-Man. I have low amount of critical rate, but good critical damage. I have overcapped on PvP damage just because of my special cards. But most important is your dodge rate, which is why we focus on those blue cores as well. If you are interested at all in more informative, quickly paced content with no BS in it, consider subscribing or liking this video. Love y'all. See you on the next one.